Hi guys. Okay, today I had a great conversation on WhatsApp with a gentleman called Riyadh. I believe his name's Riyadh. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And we started talking about pronunciation and accent. We also had a conversation about when should children learn to speak English. I'm going to record that in a future video. But I wanted to really focus on pronunciation versus accent because he recorded me a message to ask me a question. And I said, he said, I don't know if you know what my mother tongue is. And I realized very quickly the mother tongue was Arabic. And I imagine from his name and from his pronunciation that he was Saudi Arabian, which apparently he is. And then he asked me, is it because of my pronunciation? There is a big thing about pronunciation and there is a big thing about accent. And people really confuse these two things. Accent is the way you speak, your rhythms and your patterns and the way in which you speak. So when I speak Portuguese, I actually have a British accent. My way of speaking is British. I say things using certain muscles, certain features. It's called an accent. An accent comes from place. Okay? It's linked to a place. Like, so for example, you have the British accent, which sounds very much like this. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? You have the Scottish accent, which sounds a bit like that. Hopefully my Scottish accent's a wee bit better than I can imagine. I'm not going to watch this video again. So you have the Scottish accent. If you look back a few times, you have the northern versus southern accent. There is nothing wrong with an accent. Okay? If you have a Brazilian accent when you speak English, that's fine. If you have a Saudi Arabian accent when you speak English, that's fine. The problem comes from mispronunciation. Mispronunciation. This is what people link. Pronunciation is important for comprehension, right? If I say a word incorrectly, I speak Portuguese. If I say a word incorrectly, it can change the meaning or people don't understand. So for example, if I say, oi, tudo bem? Como vai ser o dia? Things like this in a British accent, that's okay. But if I try to say açaí, which is a type of food that I love, and I say acai or achai, no one is going to understand. So the thing you need to concentrate on is pronunciation. Pronunciation. So if, for example, it's the way you say the word, if you say it in a way that is easily recognizable to someone who also speaks the language, it's how you say the word correctly. You've got to look at things like stress, emphasis, the syllables you hold, the syllables you cut, the words you cut. For example, the word climb down here, has a B on the end, but we don't pronounce the B. We don't say the B. If you say, I'm climbing, yeah, I'm going to understand that. But it sounds very strange. It's not an accent. It's a mispronunciation. So what my advice to you is focus on the pronunciation. Listen to videos. There's no wrong way and no right way of saying certain words. For example, tomato is how British people say it. Tomato is how Americans say it. I don't like it, but it's not a problem. Okay? Because I understand. But if you say tamachucho, what is that? Nobody understands. It's a mispronunciation. There is a difference, guys, between the accent and the pronunciation. You need to look into books. One thing I recommend is checking out Adrian Underhill's phonemic chart. And the phonemic chart tells you how to say various words and various sounds and make those sounds in English. Then you can look at the phonemes. Okay, this is this weird language that people write on the board. I'll put a picture of it here. Okay, and that is the phonemic chart. And on there is every single sound that we make in the English language. Learn these sounds. Learn the th sound. Learn the sh, the ch sounds. Learn all of these sounds because they will help you pronounce my language perfectly. But don't worry about your accent because your accent is part of you, it's where you're from, and it is beautiful. Have a great day.